All right. So first things first, when did you start working here?
I started working here around August. My buddy Gene uh, hired me here. We used to work in Manchester together for a few years, like Spanish, this type of barbershops over there. I used to work in Manchester on South Main Street, and we kind of like migrated back to the Dover area because we both went to barber school in Dover. So we both migrated back over here, and he found a job here when this place first opened up, and I was looking for a shop at the time, so he let me in here.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about working here?
I think it's the laid back environment. I think I like not every barbershop is like this where you have the freedom to do what you want to do. Some not saying being professional isn't important, but it's good to like have that laid back feel where you don't feel like you're uptight all the time.
Yeah.
You can talk about what you want to talk about. You can listen to what you want to listen to. Stuff like that.
Yeah. Is that the type of environment that you kind of set up for your customers as well when they come in?
Yeah, I don't like them to feel like it's like a library, Like, no, it's like a party. It's a chill atmosphere. It's supposed to be comfortable. It's supposed to feel like your best friend's apartment. You can just come over and do whatever.
And that's kind of what you had in mind when you were setting up the decor of the place, so all of the stuff hanging up on the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't have to just sit there and read magazines. And we got video games over here. We got cable TV over here, internet, and then we got the ping pong table. And of course, my favorite thing is music. I'm always having like some real hip hop playing in here, and I think that's a good reason why a lot of people come, because they like to listen to beats while they're getting the haircut.
Yeah. Who are your favorite artists?
I think good question. I like real lyrical, like poetic artists. Artists that keep like the art of storytelling alive, and like a lot of the new hip hop I think is a little garbage, but I like to stick to the roots. I listen to a lot of old school 90s and stuff like that. So.
Very cool. Very cool. That's awesome. How long has this place been down here? Do you know?
This place has been here, well, the shop opened May 1st of 2013. It used to be Hayden Sports, like before this.
Really?
Yeah. They just moved a couple doors down.
Yeah. That makes sense. So it wasn't in another location beforehand. This is like.
This was very confused with that. There used to be another barbershop down the street called Two Strikes. Where's the Three Strikes? Something like that.
Yeah.
But we still get their mail from time to time. And they're like,
Right.
"Oh, you moved over here." Like, no, we just opened.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. And how does this place compare to the ones in Manchester that you worked at?
I think it's pretty similar, like business-wise. It was, working in the city. It was busy. I've worked in barbershops in Dover before, like when I first got my foot in the door, trying to be a barber. But it wasn't as busy in that area. You know what I mean? I kind of struggled. I was lucky if I got like 6 cuts a day. But
What made you want to become a barber?
I think it was my sister Faith. You met her. I guess I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, like as a career. I kind of just bounced around like minimum wage jobs, and just like kind of in a slump at that point. But she kind of like pushed me in this direction because she's a cosmetologist, and she really enjoyed going to cosmetology school. And she really motivated me to do something better with my life. So
What is barber school like? What's like an average day for a student there?
Repeat that question.
What's barber school like? Like what's an average day like of classes? Is it classes or?
Yeah, it's we usually like I think it's Monday through Wednesday. We used to have like classes like downstairs in this. The cosmetology building is separate from the barber building, so like the barbers have their own like learning space. So they have like a downstairs and they have an upstairs. And the upstairs has like a clinic kind of like this. It has like maybe like 8 to 10 chairs. And on Monday through Wednesdays we do like bookwork. You know, we go downstairs and study and test. And on the weekends we were able to actually practice on real people.
Yeah.
It was really cool. We did that, you know, barber school was like 8 months or more, maybe max. We had to do it for 900 hours.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
So that's
Yeah.
actually not that long, you know,
Really?
compared to like what cosmetologists have to do in New Hampshire. They have to do 1,500 hours.
What was it like the first time you actually got to cut the hair of a real person?
Oh man, I was nervous, you know. When I first signed up for school, I was like, I don't know if I can do this, you know. My sister's like, just try it. And if you don't like it, you can quit, you know. But I think my first week, you know, I was a little, you know, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. But after like the first month went by, I was like, man, I'm in love with this.
Yeah.
It began to like grow into a passion. Like I'm really passionate about this now.
Why are you passionate about it?
I think it's because I appreciate the culture that comes with it and the art that comes with it. I can add my own touch to it. And, the environment, like I said, you know, and socializing with people. I like people, so.
Do you have a lot of like consistent customers who come through, or do you get a lot of new people who come in and try and then end up being consistent customers, or?
Yeah, it's a whole building process. Bouncing around barber shops, like each time you do that, you kind of have to restart from scratch. But it doesn't take that long, you know. Once people realize that you do good work, it adds up, you know.
Yeah.
People tell other people, you know. One good haircut can give you like 20 plus customers, you know what I mean, from word of mouth. But one bad haircut, you lose like 100. So luckily I've been building, you know, so I've been doing pretty good.
Yeah. What are your favorite cuts to give?
I like fades and lineups, blowouts, faded mohawks and faux hawks, frohawks.
What are frohawks?
It's like the Afro version of a faux hawks, you know,
Oh, that's really cool.
ethnicity.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything that you're kind of like looking to learn or master that you don't already know how to yet?
I'm learning every day, you know. I'll never stop learning. Like I could be cutting hair for 30 years and still be learning how to, you know, do certain things. And I'm still open-minded. Like I'll take any criticism, like, because it makes me a better barber. Like if somebody says like, oh, this haircut's terrible, like, okay, like what can I do to make that better, you know?
Yeah. Do you get feedback like that every time you cut someone's hair, or?
Yeah, I'm always looking, even after I finish the cut and they stand up, I'm like, how can I make this cut better for next time, where they're just blown away next time, you know?
Yeah. Outside of work, do you ever just like practice on your friends or anything? Are you always the guy that they go to get
Yeah.
a haircut?
When I first started, you know, barber school, that was a big thing. Like, I had to practice on a lot of my friends. Like, not everybody wants, like, when you're starting out, not everybody wants you to practice on their head. So I went through a lot of friends with kitchen cuts and stuff like that to try and build my skill up. I practiced. I studied on the internet. You know, I watched videos and tutorials just to try to get, you know, best I could be.
Yeah. Because do you see yourself staying in like a small shop like this for the rest of your life, or do you kind of see yourself expanding or anything like that?
That's possible. I like this. I like this environment. Like, this is probably one of the biggest shops I've been in, to be honest. But it's, I could definitely imagine myself expanding someday, or with my own spot. But
Yeah.
I enjoy this. Like,
Yeah. How many customers do you serve on like a regular basis?
on a normal busy day, I'd say like 12 to 13. You know, and then if it's like really busy, I can cut 15 to 20 per person. On the you know, I'm on break now, like the spring breaks and winter breaks. You know, I can do like max 10 people maybe. You know, it gets kind of slow.
Yeah. That makes sense. And you were saying, is it mostly students or is it kind of everyone from around town?
I would say a good majority of the clientele is students. And then I don't think because we don't really advertise a whole lot. Like we don't put a whole lot of money into like promoting ourselves online or anything. It's mostly word of mouth. But we'll probably start doing something like that soon, where we can get more people from just not just the UNH part, but we can get Dover and Portsmouth and other places
Yeah.
to check us out too.
Because if like, what would you say is like the most? Let me think of how to phrase this. What's like the most like common like just description that people give of this place? Would you say just through like word of mouth? If that makes sense.
They're always like, oh, this is, when they first sit down, they're like, oh, this is cool. This is such a laid back shop. I thought this was somebody's apartment, you know?
Yeah.
Which is cool. That's what we were going for, you know? But, you know, whenever people refer me to other people, they're like, hey, go see Little Mike, you know? He gives the best haircuts. And I'm not conceited or anything, but that's what, you know, they tell me.
Does he need a haircut? Because I can also just like interview you while you work if that
Sure.
works. Cool. Awesome. So let me just grab this.